Ladies and gents, welcome to UX, and this is the FBI is crashing out and no coming back from this. Yes, two clips from asmongold. More of the shit that is happening about Epstein and Trump. Still pressure is there. Okay, so this is something the FBI deputy director is saying, which is this guy. People who are put in their place by Trump, I guess. So yeah, but like they are also crashing out, I'm guessing somewhat. Cass Patel is also involved. Yeah, I don't know where this is going to go. Is there going to be infighting with the Trump people? I'm pretty sure Trump would not shy away from just removing people if that's the case. So I don't know where this is going to go. But yeah, Trump's poll numbers are actually up, which just shows you like doesn't matter what happened, Trump's going to be Trump. Trump was right. He can shoot somebody right in front of people and nobody will care. He was right about that in 2016. So yeah, nothing's going to happen. That's for damn sure. So let's watch this one.
Deputy Director Dan Bongino says, "I'll never be the same after learning what I learned."
Bongino? Bongino. Dan Bongino.
So he made this post earlier, I guess, today. During my tenure here as Deputy Director of the FBI, I have repeatedly relayed to you that things are happening that might not be immediately visible, but they are happening. The Director and I, that's Cash Patel, are committed to stamping out public corruption and the political weaponization of both law enforcement and intelligence operations. It is a priority for us. But what I learned in the course of our properly predicated and necessary investigations into these aforementioned matters has shocked me down to my core. We cannot run a republic like this. I'll never be the same after learning what I've learned. The fuck? We are going to conduct these righteous and proper investigations by the book and in accordance with the law. We are going.
I don't like whenever somebody says, I can't unlearn, I can't unsee what I've seen. What have you seen? Oh, I can't tell you, man. So like then shut the fuck up then. I understand where it's coming from, but give us detail. Like, people put Trump in charge so they wouldn't be so shady. At least Trump would openly say like this shit is happening. Same thing applies to Trump people. This administration is there so they would tell people, oh, this shit is happening. Because in the end of the day, bare basic thing is government is a function that people have created so they don't have to manage their day-to-day lives. So other people can do it. That is all government is. Don't tell me there's complicated shit in there like people can't know about. I understand that at some element, but enough of oh, there are some things I've seen I can't tell people. Oh, this is redacted, this is secret. Shut the fuck up. Either say it or shut up. This is too much shady shit, man, right? Like, oh, things I've seen. Like, how about talk about it?
To get all the answers that we deserve. As with any investigation, I cannot predict where it will land, but I can promise you an honest and dignified report of the truth, not my truth or your truth, but the truth. God bless America and those who respectfully defend her. Yeah, sure. I'll believe it when I see it. I feel like we've had statements like this being made over and over and over. I don't want to hear about...
This is a reinforcement statement. It's like when shit happens and somebody like, you know what, we're going to be fine. I feel like we're going to be fine. This is like, coping statement. Like all this shit is happening. FBI feels like they have no power. People like this have no power because Trump has ultimate power. Trump is saying, are you talking about Epstein? They can't release Epstein file. People are finding old clips of Cass Patel and him saying like, oh, we're going to release this file. And now they have to backtrack. So this is just coping mechanism. You know what? We're going to uphold the law. Yeah. How? I don't know. Just do it and then talk it.
How bad the thing is that you heard about behind closed doors that you can't talk about. I want to hear about the thing that you heard about behind closed doors, and I want the people that are doing it to go to jail. I don't know. Oh, and here's another one here too. This is from Piers Morgan. Kevin Spacey.
I was very fortunate that President Clinton introduced me a lot of business leaders. I felt he put the president at risk on that trip to South Africa because there were these young girls, and we were like, who is this guy? So
whenever you say young girls, do you mean 18 or do you mean 13?
I don't think when it comes to Epstein, they would categorize 18 as young. So I'm pretty sure what he means there. I'm pretty like, isn't Kevin Spacey like is not straight? So at least we can be sure about like maybe Kevin Spacey was not involved in that shit, at least when it comes to women. I don't know. There might be men there, I don't know, or I don't even want to say it, boys or whatever.
say the number. Because a young girl could be 20 years old. What were the numbers?
Well, 30,
I will say this.
There were young girls on those flights.
There were young girls on those flights.
What does that mean?
And that's been out. They've talked about it. I never.
You know, is somebody who's 70 years old, or I don't know how Kevin Spacey is old, but let's just say Trump is in his 70s, Bernie Sanders is in 70s, late 70s. The politicians are usually around that number, let's just say. I mean, I don't know how old, but he must be like 60 or something at least. I don't know. So when people like that says young, 30 could be young. So what do you mean by young?
Went to Jeffrey Epstein's island. I did not know him, and I never saw him or her after that morning at Buckingham Palace. He didn't even come to Buckingham Palace. And as I say, I'm not friends with him. I never saw him after that day.
He obviously doesn't want to talk about his lying so bad. Well,
Isn't he cancelled though? Like Kevin Spacey, like, you know, this is one of those things where like Kevin Spacey's last thing I saw was that presidential show. I'm pretty sure it was like first Netflix show that really hit it. Forgot the name of that show. But that was a really good show. But after like all the shit came out and he got cancelled, it's like, you know, there is a certain moment like I understand he's an asshole, cancel him and all that. But at the same time, you know, like I appreciated his acting and his like whatever projects he did. And I missed that shit. Like that show I was so into it. I didn't like how it ended because he was just removed, so I stopped watching it. Shit like that. So I'm pretty sure he's still cancelled, right? And I don't know what reason was there for him to be cancelled. Did he do something heinous shit or not? I didn't know that. Like I still don't know.
I don't know. Maybe he was on the island. Maybe he wasn't. But, you know, having girls that are young on an airplane, I think young needs to be quantified. What does young mean? It's annoying for me to see that word because it doesn't mean anything. What the fuck is that? And so, yeah, I see that happen and it does annoy the shit out of me. But there it is. So Trump did act.
This is the latest clip. Okay, I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be in some UK or something. Yeah, he's in UK, right? Trump meets with the UK Prime Minister. He went to Scotland or something. I don't know. But UK Prime Minister.
Actually make comments about Epstein.
Well, I haven't been overly interested in it. You know, it's a hoax that's been built up way beyond proportion. I can say this, those files were run
you're welcome for
by
that.
the worst scum on earth. The whole thing.
Wait a minute, Asmon saying he's the reason this, I mean, could be like Asmon does have like reach. You have no idea how much subliminal message level shit. Like you think how much a YouTube star and Twitch star could have like a power. You have no idea. You have no idea how many people listen to that. So yeah, Asmon could be one of those people who's like flaming this even more. Who the fuck knows?
Is a hoax. They can put things in the file that are fake. Those files were run by bad, sick people. But they were run by my enemy. If there was anything in there, they would have used them for the election.
Again, that's bullshit because if any of their people in the list as well, they would not do that. Because this is like broad spectrum antibiotics. Okay, you're sick, you have to take antibiotic, you're gonna take it, but it's gonna kill your probiotics, bacteria and shit as well that you need to digest food. But maybe this is not the best example because they don't completely destroy them because you can still eat. But there could be something like that, like they do damage to their own thing, so they're not going to release it type of way. But that doesn't mean this list doesn't exist or you are not in it. This is a weird, weird answer he's giving here.
I just don't know why. If you thought they were being run by the enemy and you thought they had altered the files, then why would you bring on multiple people into your staff as cabinet members that advocated for releasing the files? It just doesn't make sense. And especially like...
You know what the fucked up thing about it is that his enemies didn't exist before 2016. For most of his life, he was a Democrat. He was a New Yorker. Around 2009 and 2010, he kind of changed. But even then, people didn't take him seriously. People didn't take him seriously until 2015, late 2015, where, oh, fuck me. It looks like Trump might actually win. And then he won. Then his enemy became like staunch enemies of him. But at that point, like he was the president. He was the one with the power. What are they going to do? Right? So only window was there. It's like 2020 to 2024. But amongst that, there was like COVID. Like, like the COVID was there. And then like the war break out in Ukraine. And like people may be like, okay, Trump is definitely not going to come second time. And then he ran. But by that point, like there could be enough collateral damage and shit to their own people. Like they're like, oh, you know what? Maybe he's not going to win. And they basically didn't do anything. But he won again, and now he has the power. So, like, this is not much of good defense. Like, why didn't they release it? Yeah, because they didn't think they would necessary or something. because they are in it as well.
He's alluded to, like, you know, Prince Andrew and Bill Clinton being involved. Like, that's the issue, right?
I don't do drawings. I'm not a drawing person. I don't do drawings. Sometimes people say, would you draw a building? And I'll draw 4 lines and a little roof, you know, for a charity. So. But I'm not a drawing person. I don't do drawings of women. They say there's a drawing of a woman. Do you know that my poll numbers are up 4.5 points since this ridiculous Epstein stuff? Because people don't buy it. And
Okay, I don't like poll numbers in general. Like, what you talk to everybody, that you went to like their flyover states and talk to them what they're feeling. Like, I don't know about poll numbers. Polls have constantly said like Trump's not going to win and he wins every time. So I don't care about poll numbers in general. I know statistics work, but that might not be the whole picture. That's what I'm saying. Like, there could be enough people the poll is not looking at who might be like against him. But then again, there is a good decent chance that people don't give a shit. There's a decent chance people are like, okay, this shit has been happening since Clinton time. Trump wasn't even like that big of a deal. And even if Trump's in the list, I don't care. I care about everybody else. I'm going to make exception for Trump if that means other 99% gets caught type of mentality. So they probably don't care about Trump. These people are like, even if Trump is in the list, I'm going to let go of that, but I want everybody else captured type of way. And people can be biased like that a lot of time. Do you want no result, or you want the result where you make exception once or twice but everybody else get caught? You know, cops do that all the time. Give immunity deal. Why is that? Because that person is clearly like guilty, but that person is going to run free if others get caught type of shit. So people might have that mentality. I don't care about Trump, but I care about everybody else.
Feel like they'd be up by 10 points if you just posted it and it implicated people that you thought were implicated, like Bill Clinton.
Got a lot of problems coming up, in my opinion, with the famous island with Jeffrey Epstein.
I don't like this. I think it's
gone, and we want to focus on trade deals. And by the way, I never went to the island, and Bill Clinton went there supposedly 28 times.
You were his best friend. What you mean you never went to the island? Bullshit.
I never had the privilege of going to his island, and I did turn it down, but a lot of people in Palm Beach were invited to his island. In one of my very good moments, I turned it down. I didn't want to go to his island.
Trump's 100% hiding shit. At this point, so much of this doesn't make...
A kid can see this. A 10-year-old kid would be like, oh, he's hiding something.
Sense to me at all. I think one of Trump's biggest strengths is his ability to read a room and effectively figure out what people are thinking.
No, his greatest achievement is he doesn't give a shit. And people are impersonalist. I don't know how else to say that. Like, if somebody has confidence, you feel confident. There's a reason The Rock is the biggest celebrity on the planet and has been for a long time. Why? His confidence and charisma. He doesn't know how to act, but he makes you think he knows how to act. And you're like, you know what? I like watching The Rock. That's all you think. You're not going to think why I like watching The Rock. You just like watching The Rock. So if you're somebody who's confident, just like doesn't give a shit, like just point blank say like, you know what, my people don't care even if it's true, so I don't care. And people are like, you know what, that might be true, I don't care. Shit like that. That is how fucked up this is. Most people are not people with PhDs and like someone who can do calculus in their head or type of shit. Or like can we even know what a calculus is? Even he was saying, I love poorly educated people. This was his slogan. He said that multiple times. I love the poorly educated. He knows where his base is. Most people are. He doesn't care, so his people doesn't care.
Weird about this situation with Epstein is that it's like he's totally off base with it in a way that I would have never
just like, yeah. What you talking about? Never expected. Yeah, like anybody would have expected this shit, right? I don't know, man. Like I'm pretty sure nothing's gonna happen. No list. If list comes out, it's gonna be fake. If something comes out, it's gonna be like, you know, like people in the boundaries might get exposed, not the people inside type of shit. Like, yeah, nothing's gonna happen. No way. It is a swamp, and putting Trump there didn't change the swamp. It's still swamp. Apparently, Trump was somewhat associated with the swamp. That's what that happened. Right, well, I'll see you next time.